Oh, this is nice. A bit cozy. Very different.
Yeah. Hello, hello. Welcome back.
Guys.
Gunning to Old Trafford with your host Ibi and Shady. And guys, we are doing a live on YouTube.
Welcome, guys. I'm so nervous. I don't know. Are we looking good? Are we looking like decent?
I think so. Where do we need to look here, by the way?
I don't know. I'm looking at it.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
It's somewhere there. But guys, anyway, guys, welcome, guys. Gunning to Old Trafford here with your host Shady and Ibi, and we are at our cup and
Premier
League review. I got it right, Ibi.
Yes, you
I got it right.
Love it.
Welcome, Ibi. Take us in. Tell us. We've got a few matches to dissect
To go
and
through,
analyze,
yeah.
but amazing stuff for Gunning to Old Trafford, nevertheless.
So guys, we are looking at three different tournaments today. One being the Europa League, the other being the FA Cup, and the other tournament being the Premier League. So from a chronological order, let's start off with the Europa League.
Yes.
Mixed fortunes for Gunning to Old Trafford.
Guys.
But it is what it is, and like we said, so Abdul, going into this week, Manchester United obviously had to focus on the Europa League because I think it's a tournament that we wanted to win.
Correct.
Or that we want to win. For Arsenal, you guys had the luxury of not needing to win it because you guys are in 10 cup finals from a Premier League perspective.
Well said.
So
well said.
let's start off with the Arsenal's game. I know United played first,
That's right.
but let's start off with the Arsenal. Sporting Lisbon at the Emirates, 1-1 coming off the first leg. Talk us through.
As you guys know, guys, I was of the opinion from the beginning that, there was a few Arsenal fans saying, let's go for the league and let's park the Europa. But I come from the old school Manchester United and Arsenal boys where whatever cup you play, you play to win.
100%.
So I just need to be very, very, very optimistic and very fair in my small little review of the Europa Cup. We knew from the beginning that Mikel Arteta wanted it. He saw it as a serious silverware. However, I was not so sure if he was ready, and if you look at his lineups, he was a bit confused. So by him starting off Jesus, he rested Odegaard, Tomiyasu there, Saliba, Gabriel. These are your first team players. Now, what I'm saying is Jesus just got back. Why give him a 45 minutes to start it off and then pull him off? Because for me as a coach, that's not going to give him confidence. That's going to give him a sense of, I feel you're not ready.
Yeah.
I feel you're ready, but you're not yet ready. You know what I mean? So, having said that, I felt from the beginning, Mikel Arteta's got that a little bit wrong. It was a game where, if you guys saw against, who did we play? Crystal Palace on Sunday. Kieran Tierney had a small little cameo, and he was absolutely amazing. Zinchenko was amazing again on Thursday against Sporting. We went one up. It looked like everything was, written in the stars, going into play. And how was it goal? How was it a free goal? Because if you look at Ramsdale and he does this, there's just enough space for that ball to go through, because that's the bar, that's his finger.
Exactly.
And if you look at Ramsdale, he tries to flick it with his finger, and there's just no chance.
But if you look
Just
at
no
it,
chance.
at that point in the game, Arsenal are really pushing for the winner. To get that second goal and kill the tie. Then Arsenal are attacking. They lose the ball in midfield.
Yeah.
He picks up the ball, looks up once, looks down, looks up
he
again,
hits it.
sees Ramsdale, and he hits it as sweet as he could. And
It's the
boom,
back of the net.
1-1.
And you know what, Ibrahim, that goal, that specific goal impacts the whole stadium, impacts the players on the stadium because you don't believe it.
Yeah.
And then what happened is, and with all due respect, we love him, Mikel Arteta, I love him to bits. But when that goal goes in, it's panic station.
Yeah.
And I don't think you go into panic mode there, because then we brought on Saka, and this was just damage control. And a match where we want to rest our main players is a match where they go into penalties in extra time. And is it necessary?
Exactly.
Is
That
it
extra
necessary?
30 minutes, you need to bring on Odegaard, you need to bring on those type of
Having
players.
said that, you have Saliba that went off.
Injured.
For several weeks. Tomiyasu injured for several
and the Sporting
weeks.
players were going hard on
They
Saka,
were going
man.
hard. And you know what, again, and I think one day we need to do a spotlight on the protection on these young attacking players, Martinelli, Saka. I mean, Rashford, I mean, the tackles you see are unheard of, man. I mean, these guys really want to hurt these players. You know, but that's a discussion for another day. Disappointing to go out in that style, in that manner. Penalties, toss of the coin. Martinelli goes, he misses it.
It's unfortunate.
It's one of those
It's a 50-50
things.
chance.
50-50. But I just feel at that time, Mikel, it's either we're going for it, and as Arsenal, we know we go for everything we play for, but it's the manner you approach the game. Approach the game with confidence. Confidence like we did the whole season, but I just feel we just weren't sure if we wanted it or we didn't want it.
Yeah.
You know, because look at the end of the day, most Arsenal fans, yes, it was good that we're out of it because now we only have, how many you said? 10 cup finals left. And if you win the next 8 cup finals, you basically win the league. So we basically win 8 more wins.
100%.
Okay? Having said that, the silver lining is, and like you said before, is we only have the Premiership
to focus
on.
Abdul, if you had to rate this game quickly, how would you...
Ibi, the start.
Overall perspective and a Arteta perspective.
Overall, definitely a 7.5. And I'm not going to go lower than that, Ibrahim, because I feel that Arsenal were unlucky. A few mistakes here and there, which really costed us. I don't believe Jesus was ready to start the match. I feel that Rob Holding, Kiwi could have started, give Zinchenko a rest, put Tini on, because you're playing a similar game you played, or a similar team you played in Portugal, right? You know what I mean? So Portugal, Sporting Lisbon, all they did was hit the ground running and just carry on pressurizing the Arsenal, and they got tired. And I mean, you don't want to go 90 minutes with the extra time and the penalties, and on Sunday you have a league game which is a championship league game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So absolutely amazing. A 7.5. I would have given him an 8, but I just feel Arteta got his substitutes, his team lineup a little bit wrong. Was a little bit naive going into it. Reece Nelson, well, a lot of them really didn't play as well as they needed to. And the worst part of it all, injuries.
The injuries.
Injuries. If you allow me to go straight in, okay, maybe you do. No, you said we're going to go into order.
Let's finish up the Europa
I'm
League.
done. Look at Europa, and there was a small little mime at the end of the game on Thursday night. This is the last time Arsenal Football Club will be in the Europa League.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the last time. So
Champions League football next
it's
season.
either, and this is for you guys. Please answer the slight tackle into those DMs. Did we want to get out of the Europa Cup because we never ever want to play in it again, or it was just one of those days, man?
I think it was one of those days, but it's okay, it happens. Yeah. From a Manchester United perspective, Abdul, 4-1 in the first leg at Old Trafford. The tie is almost, buried. But like Ten Hag says,
go to Spain and
you need to show the opponent respect. They're doing well in La Liga. So he's fielded a really strong team for the first couple of minutes. In that first 30 minutes, Real Betis had 3 or 4 chances to get back in the game.
Yeah.
The crowd was rocking. The players were up for it. David the Great with some fantastic saves to keep the scoreline at 0-0. Manchester United had a few chances here and there, not clinical enough up front, and it looked like it could be one of those days. You know. Second half, Ten Hag does his magic at half time, talks the players through, and they come out second half with a little bit more energy, a little bit more vigor. And Marcus Rashford has 2 moments in the game. One, a Bebe moment, and one, a Pele moment. That's how I like to put it.
Bebe and Pele.
The Bebe moment, amazing play in and around the box. Marcus Rashford, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, skies the ball, and you're thinking, tonight is not our night.
Yeah.
45 seconds later, he picks up the ball outside the box, no challenge. He looks at it, picks up his head, and boom. Boom shakalaka.
Boom.
What a strike.
Infanas
with a cracker to take the tie away from Real Betis. 5-1 on the night, and the game is dead and buried.
There's a big chance here.
Big chance.
If you look at those teams around Manchester United, There's a big chance.
There's a big chance.
There's a huge chance, Ibi.
5-1, they see out the game easy. Manchester United come away with the win, and we progress to the quarterfinals of the Europa League.
Wow,
From a rating perspective, I'm going to give Ten Hag a 7.5.
Yeah.
Fantastic performance by Ten Hag. Really galvanized the players, got them playing. And my standout players for the night, definitely David De Gea, definitely Bruno Fernandes, and Marcus Rashford.
What a comeback from
clutch.
Bruno Fernandes. I mean, he's getting so much of
Flip.
I mean, and from his own fans,
It's
that's it, man.
Abdul, before we move on to the Premier League game, Europa League draw, Manchester United yet again get another Spanish team. Europa League specialist Sevilla in the quarterfinals.
Tough one.
Tough game.
But
it looks,
lucky you don't have Unai Emery. He was winning with Unai.
Sevilla going through a bit of a problem at the moment, dropping points. Looks like the coach is probably going to be sacked in the next couple of weeks or so. So we play them this is the time. We play them in the quarterfinals, and if we progress, we either get Sporting Lisbon or the old lady in the semifinals. Juventus or Sporting Lisbon in the semifinals. So exciting next phase of the Europa League.
Amazing.
Looking forward to it. Abdul, we're going to move quickly into the Premier League.
Sure.
Playing 120 minutes of football,
man.
going into penalties and then losing, you think, this could be a tough one for the Arsenal. We thought in our preview coming in, Vieira, Sporting knows how to play ball 100%. Vieira coming in to haunt the Arsenal. Vieira was sacked before the game, and it felt like the Arsenal needed to do it for him.
We did it for Pedri.
Talk
we
us
did
through
it for
the game.
Pedri.
Early kickoff on Sunday, 4 o'clock kickoff. A tough one.
Crystal Palace.
City not playing because they were in the FA Cup.
And it's important
So you
to
guys
go
could-
through the
8
international
points.
break
Talk us
with
through
a
the
nice
game.
game. Ibrahim, remember, the Sporting Lisbon defeat hurt us. But you always say this, and you going through a lot of championships. As a championship team, it's how you pick yourself up. And my God, Ibrahim, one of those majestic performances once again at the Emirates. The Emirates was buzzing. Martinelli, Bakayo Saka, Mfana Futi. I mean, those 2 goals, Ibrahim. Benny Blanco White. I didn't know he can do. I didn't know he can do such naughty things. That's naughty, Benny. That's so naughty. But guys, okay, just jokes. But anyway, Mikel Arteta got it right. I mean, the boys. Robert, I got to give mention. Saliba off for a few weeks, but Roberto Holding. Roberto Holding came in. He held the defense. He was calmness personified. Crystal Zaha really tried to get into his face, never worked. This boy oozes class. Aaron Ramsey once again comes out clutch. Beautiful saves, amazing saves. But Ibrahim, free flowing football. Zinchenko was amazing, and Martin Odegaard.
The conductor.
Let me tell you,
that boy.
When the conductor gets that ball, he is absolutely amazing. He is electrifying. He is energetic. He's like a small little bunny. He does nothing wrong. But guys, the first assist from Bakayo Saka to Martinelli, did you see that? And the finish of Martinelli. How dare you Arsenal supporters go against a Gabriel Martinelli? It's a young boy, but the potential. It was majestic.
I was at Ocean Basket.
Okay, nice.
Last meal before Ramadan, eating out.
Beautiful.
In front of me, made sure I sat where I could watch the game. And I saw Arsenal roll through the motions. And it shows. They dismissed Fulham the week before. And you guys dismissed Crystal Palace. So anybody doubting the Arsenal's pedigree at this moment in the title race,
I think they need to get a bit of a check.
Because Arsenal,
they're living under hard rock. They're living under hard rock.
8 points clear. I'd rather have points in the bag than games in hand.
True that.
Because the pressure now firmly on City. 100%. And guess who City play when they come back? Liverpool. Ooh. So potentially, come on.
Scousers, come on boys. You guys can do
Scousers, you're always going on gunning to Old Trafford. Let's see. Do Arsenal a favor.
Do it for us,
come
please,
on.
guys. We really appreciate it. And we'll even give you guys a shout out. But amazing stuff, Ibi. I'm giving the boys a rating of an 8. As we are 8 points clear. Does it make sense? It could have been more, but because we're 8 points clear, going in the international break, just a bit concerned with the Silly Pape one, man.
It's a tough one.
It's a tough one, but I just hope Kiwiawa can really get a little bit of game time.
I think
the
you will.
Swiss Army knife. What I really also thought, and sorry guys, I'm gonna go quickly before Ibi gets into another fantabulous.
We got a request. Echo Void, shout out to you, my buddy. Welcome to the channel. I hope you've subscribed. If you haven't,
please do,
click that subscribe button. But this is out to Echo Void. Shout out on Gunning to Old Trafford.
Thank you, my guy. All the best, man.
So let me just go through some of the comments.
Please,
we are live. It's a little bit different.
It's different.
So
I'm enjoying.
we got there. Sporting knows how to play ball. 100%. Rez cares. I think that's Razine Kasu.
Hey, Razine.
Nobody's talking about how Napoli is playing football. Rather, Napoli are flying. I picked them to win the Champions League this season, by the way.
Not a bad one. Not a bad one.
Echo Void, big shout out to you, buddy. Hope you're enjoying the videos. Abdul, 8 points clear.
8 points clear, EB. And
8.5 rating.
8.5 rating.
Who's your standout players?
Standout player, definitely Bukayo Saka, Mfana Futi. I mean Martinelli, Martin Odegaard, Trossard, man. Trossard is really the game changer.
Signing of the winter window.
Signing. Granit Xhaka, and I got to. If I don't, I'll be very sad. Our William Wallace, Braveheart, Kieran Tierney, man, I love him. I love that he came on. I love that small. How was it assist to Mfano Fet? You know what? Any left back that hasn't played for about 2 months comes in and all he does is he whoops it across. This boy lifts his head up. He gives it to Mfana Futi and one touch in the back of the net.
You know they go
no fun is forever.
It's second one of Infana's.
Oh, brilliant.
You know how difficult it is to hit
Absolutely
it. The ball is coming at pace. You need to hit it sweet to get enough zing to get past the goalkeeper. Fantastic goal.
Fantastic goal. So my standout boy, Mfana Futi, Martinelli, and definitely William Wallace, Braveheart, Kieran Tierney.
Love it.
Love you, my guy.
Rest case is actually Zamir Kasu.
Zamir.
So big shout out to Zamir and Echo Void. Thanks for subscribing, buddy.
Thank you, my guy.
And yes, please subscribe and please share the message with your friends, family. Let them subscribe so they
really
can
appreciate it.
You can help us grow Gunning to Old Trafford by the fans for the fans. So Abdul, Europa League, mixed feelings for Gunning to Old Trafford. We go into the Premier League, fantastic feelings. We 8 points clear at the top, and I love it when we say we 8 points clear because it's Gunning to Old Trafford. 8 points clear in the Premier League, and then we move on to the FA Cup.
Ibi, what happened to Fulham?
Abdul,
they should have just given us the freaking Wembley keys. They should have just given us the keys to Wembley. Yeah, man.
FA Cup, Manchester United were tired. Coming off, Abdul, 90 days. 30 games, a game every 3 days. It is ridiculous. Man. And we've been doing this since the resumption of football, since the World Cup. But before I go into there,
this is quite cool, guys.
Musa, if Zaha scored early in the game, what impact would it have had on the game? Tahir Musa, I'm going to give my thoughts. I'm going to hand over to Abdul. They had a chance.
They did.
Really early on. Zaha
even that goal, just after the goal.
Zaha hits a shot at 0-0, hits the bar, comes back off Ramsdale and goes out for a corner. We've seen that where Jorginho hit it against Aston Villa. The ball hits the bar, hits the keeper and goes in. Yeah. You need luck to win championships. And Tahir Musa, if Zaha scores 1-0, I think it's a different game. I think the Arsenal have to then chase the game. But we've seen Arsenal come back from behind.
And they haven't come back once, guys.
They've come back a few
times.
They've
been grinding this season.
I think it would have been a tougher
outing. The Emirates.
I think it would have been tougher for the Arsenal. Yeah. But I think they would have gotten over the line.
And we're doing it for Patrick Vieira.
And you're doing it for Patrick
Vieira. So I feel, look at, and that is something which Arteta needs to look into, is that first 10 minutes of every game, we're conceding a little bit too quickly. But yeah, man, even if they had to make it 2-0, like, who was it? Bournemouth. I mean, the stage was set. Emirates was pumping. Mfana Futi and Martinelli they were rocking.
Yeah.
So whatever it is, guys, it could have changed the game. It didn't change the game, and we're 8 points ahead. So yeah, all of this.
Musa, thanks for the comment. Appreciate the interactions. Now we switch on back to Manchester United. FA Cup
What a
quarterfinal.
run, EB. What a
FA Cup
run,
quarterfinal. The
man.
boys are tired, playing game after game. International break couldn't have come sooner. And I hope that some of the players don't really play for the international teams that have been called up.
Yeah.
Fulham at Old Trafford, I called that it's going to be a tough game.
You did.
I called it
You
2-1 to Manchester United. But Fulham came out of the blocks flying. Andreas Pereira, Willian,
And they were
Mitrovic
flying.
bullied Manchester United. And yet again, we've seen when Harry Maguire comes in, he struggles for Manchester
No, he
United.
does. He does.
I'm not going to criticize Maguire. I don't think he's the level of Manchester United. He needs to move on in the summer to allow him to really prosper and get the best out of his last few seasons as a top-notch professional.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Fulham should have been a few goals ahead well in advance. David De Gea again coming clutch with some fantastic
Oh, the
saves.
great man. David
But
the great.
in the second half, Fulham get that all-important goal. Mitrovic, unmarked after a bit of a pinball in the box,
Yeah.
puts the ball in, 1-0 to
The
Fulham.
danger man.
And Fulham look like they're in total control of that game from there. United look tired. Ten Hag knows he needs to freshen it up a bit. Mitrovic again, just before United break, he has a fantastic chance to take the game 2-0 ahead. Fantastic header, going into the top post. David De Gea, the Spanish Airways, flying to the top corner, saves it and keeps Manchester United in the game.
Ah, man, he's doing so well.
1-0. Ten Hag changes it up. Anthony comes on. Fred comes on. And the game changes significantly.
Just brought it little energy.
Get a little bit
spark,
hunger
you know?
in the game. McTominay struggled again. And then we have a breakaway too. Anthony gets the ball. 1-on-1. Gets past the defender. Plays it into Sancho. Sancho, cool, calm, collected.
Oh, yes.
He sits the goalkeeper down. Takes it past him. Sits the defender down. Picks up his spot. And goes for the corner.
What is Willian doing?
And
man?
Willian
What
has
are you
a
doing?
brain fart.
Yeah, he freezes.
If instead of allowing the ball to go in, he tries to stop it at all costs. And unfortunately, yes, we all would have done it in that situation.
No.
But he moves his hand towards the ball.
Red card, man.
Ref doesn't give a penalty initially, but with VAR, you know it's going to be called out. Ref gives it, it goes to VAR, and the Fulham players lose it, Abdul. In that moment,
Even the coaches were
as the ref walks to the pole, to the VAR monitor,
Yeah, he lost it.
the coach Silva runs towards the ref onto the field of play,
Red card.
gets a red card, sent out to the stands. The ref sees it. William clearly makes a move with his head towards the ball, and it's a last-ditch tackle. Last one,
Happens.
it's a red card.
Yeah,
Take it
there's
and
nothing
move
you
on.
can do. There's nothing you can
You
do.
know, at that point-
I mean, you know Manchester United's a bit tired. You know you at Old Trafford here. Let a goal go in, man. You still have it, man.
Exactly.
You can still press on. I mean, you still have a game on. And I mean,
But he doesn't. He gets the red card. But even then, 10 men against a tired Manchester United. There's a potential that Bruno misses the penalty. It's 1-1. You still have all to play for it.
oh, he tucked it
And
in, man.
Mitrovic loses his mind. He goes, puts his hand on the ref, and not just touches him, but violently
No, you
pushes
don't do
him
that, Libby. You
in
don't
his
do
face. And if the ref doesn't step back, Mitrovic connects a second time with the referee. And I know a lot of the scousers are going in saying that, Fernandes touched the linesman. Why didn't it happen? Because Fernandes just touches the linesman.
No, but Mitrovic, guys.
Not
Mitrovic was violent.
Mitrovic
wanted to
was
push the
spewing
referee.
hatred.
Yeah.
He was going wild on
Big
him.
difference, man.
So a big difference, and he deserves a red card. So Mitrovic sees red, William sees red, and Fulham are now down to 9 men with no coach on the bench.
Just-
Fernandes tucks it away, 1-1 against 9 men. And then
the red
momentum
arm
is
is
shown.
on them, man.
They smell blood,
There
and
you go.
United go for it.
Indeed.
Within a few minutes, Sabitzer gets a second, takes the tie away from Fulham. His first goal for the club, by the way. Big shout out for Sabitzer. I hope Manchester United
I
make
love
that goal
Sabitzer.
permanent.
You know what? On Instagram, I put something. He was asked at the press conference. Some
Did United win it or did
Yeah, yeah.
Fulham lose it?
He says, "Well, we won something. We
won
won.
it.
And
We
won
scored
it.
3,
It
they
doesn't
scored 1.
matter. It doesn't matter. And he reminds me so much of Benny Blanco,
Benny
Ben
Blanco.
White. They're
Cold.
cold as ice, and they say it how it is.
100%. Love it.
So, yeah.
So 2-1 to Manchester United. Goals from Fernandes and then from Sabitzer. And then obviously Fulham are tiring out. They're making some changes. Licha with some fantastic tackles at the end. Bruno Fernandes on the break, a fantastic, hits it hard, past the goalkeeper, 3-1. And Abdul, if you know, the last 3 games in the FA Cup, 3-1, 3-1, 3-1.
Wow.
Manchester United consistently. Fulham rolled out the red carpet for Manchester United.
Welcome to Wembley, guys.
Welcome to Wembley. They threw it away.
Welcome to
Fulham
Wembley.
should have been booking a spot in the semi-final.
Yeah.
Abdul, we played Brighton in the next round, the semi-final of the FA Cup. Manchester City played Sheffield United in the semi-final at Wembley. And if both teams go through, we could be seeing a Manchester derby in the final.
Wow, amazing
Abdul,
stuff. Absolutely
I'm going to
amazing.
give Ten Hag a 7 for the performance. I think he got his subs right, especially when he smelled blood. From a performance perspective, the one man that stands out for me, definitely David De Gea. For all the criticism he gets, not only from rival fans, but from Manchester United fans as well. Leave him alone, let him finish off the season.
Let him do what he does.
We are really rocking it. Still in 2 cup tournaments, Europa League quarterfinal, FA Cup semi-final. And Abdul, what we might see from gunning to Old Trafford, a clean sweep in all cup competitions that we've taken part in. So Carabao Cup, UEFA Europa League, FA Cup, and the Premier League.
Gunning to Old Trafford.
4 out of 4.
It's written in the stars, guys. It's written in the stars.
Guys, if you don't know, gunning to Old Trafford will be taking a bit of a break during the month of Ramadan because, but
we've got you covered.
We've got you guys covered. We have content throughout the month of Ramadan just for you guys. So make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure you are tuned in and seeing what's going on because you are going to be spoiled with content.
Amazing stuff.
See us on Instagram. We will be doing some lives here and there but have a great Ramadan.
Yeah, Ramadan Mubarak, guys.
Ramadan Mubarak. To those that are not taking part, have a blessed month because I still feel this is a blessed month for everybody.
This is it.
Yeah. And guys, slide tackle into our DMs. Let us know what you think. Abdul.
And I'm sad, man. But let's do it for the last time.
It's
only a month.
time.
But
It's
like
a
we
month.
got you guys covered, guys. Again, last time. Don't forget to like, share, comment, hit that bell notification. By the fans, for the fans, guys. We're just a call away.
100%.
As Jesus and Nketia says, we're a call away, guys. Love you guys to bits, and we got you guys covered. Keep in, slight tackles coming in. And
you'll get us on Insta.
Yeah,
you'll get us on
all the
Insta.
time.
YouTube, there'll be content every day dropping in Ramadan.
Yeah.
Pre-recorded content that we've done. So you'll be seeing a whole host of past and presents, stadium tours, a new segment called This or That,
cool.
and some spotlight sessions. Amazing. So make sure you are subscribed, hit the bell notification, and with that, Abdul, for the last time live, we are gunning to Old Trafford.
Thank you,
guys.
Bye-bye.